Hi, I'm Harris, and welcome to Embryology HS 1.1. In this series, I'm going to be talking about, as the title suggests, embryology, and going through a few of the lectures. So, starting with this one, fertilization to implantation, development of placental support, which is the trophoblast, establishing the primary body map, whatever the hell that means, development of the nervous system and skin, development of the heart and urogenital system, and then finally looking at early development of the gut and lungs. So starting with fertilization to implantation, I'm first going to give like an overview of the sort of entirety of embryology. So if we can see here that the main phases, you can split embryology into three phases: the pre-embryonic, the embryonic, and the fetal phase. Pre-embryonic phase is from 0 to 3 weeks. The embryonic phase is from 4 to 8 weeks, and then term to fetal is 9 weeks to term is the fetal phase. So first looking at the pre-embryonic phase, which is from 0 to 3 weeks, essentially what happens is that you go from fertilization, you make a blastocyst, and then you form the trilaminar disc, which is 3 germ layers, called the endoderm, mesoderm, and ectoderm. The embryonic phase, which is from 4 to 8 weeks, essentially the body goes from 2D to 3D, organogenesis happens, which is the organs are all created. And in this phase, it's particularly susceptible to teratogens, which is things like smoking and things like that, just basically toxic things. A lot can go wrong in the embryonic phase. And then finally, we had the fetal phase, which, as I've said, is 9 weeks to term. And in this, basically, is just for consolidation and growth. Okay, so if we look right from the beginning, how do the gametes themselves get made? So for males, germ cells stop proliferating, and then they carry on proliferating in puberty, and then increase, and the number increases. Okay. Whereas females, the gametes enter prophase 1, then they go to metaphase 2 in puberty, and they only finish the multiplication after fertilization. And so, essentially, there's a fixed number of gametes. You can't make more eggs. The eggs that you start with, for a female, those are the only ones you'll have in your life. Okay, so now looking at fertilization, what happens? Well, the egg is ovulated, and then picked up by the fallopian tube and wafted to the oviduct or tube entrance. Oviduct is here, this is the tube entrance. And then if we look at the path of the sperm travels, it swims through the cervical canal. However, in the uterus, it's carried up by peristalsis, so it's not swimming. And then it swims again, so swim, peristalsis, swim, and then swims through the fallopian tube or oviduct. So swims here, peristalsis through here, then swims here to where the egg was left. And then it fertilizes the egg at the oviduct or tube entrance, which is here. Now the cervical canal is full of mucus, which stops pathogens from entering. But obviously, in order to fertilize the egg, the sperm has to be allowed to travel through. So what happens during ovulation is that hormones are produced, which reduce the mucus and allows the sperm to travel.